Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Jace, aka Skizzy. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can probably tell, I am not in my Let's Play world. I just went ahead and loaded up a brand new creative world just for the setting of today's video. Today, as you guys can probably tell from the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the best changes to Minecraft in 1.16. With the recent snapshots, they have been adding quite a bit of things to Minecraft, and I do have to say, I love a lot of the aspects that they are adding, and then there are also a lot of aspects that they can also change, and I will be mentioning that in the end of today's episode. But to get started, let's go ahead and start looking at some of the new block textures that we are getting, and then later we are going to be looking at some adventure stuff, and then we are going to be talking about what they should change coming into the future. So let's go ahead and hop into my inventory. As you guys can see, we have some of the new blocks. We have the warp stem and the crimson stem, basically the blue and red tree variants in the nether. We will go into the nether here shortly, but the reason these are so special is if you look at all of the wood that we are given in creative Minecraft. If we look at the textures for wood pre-savanna biomes, most of the woods are actually just kind of like variants of brown. The acacia kind of added in some orange, and then obviously like we have the dark brown right there. But with these new woods, we are seeing some different wood textures that we haven't really ever had before, other than maybe like some orange. But we're now getting kind of like a light purple / red, as well as the light blue color that I really like. Something that is really cool about these blocks, if I switch out of this mode and go here, if we take this block and we build up with it, you guys can see that there's kind of like a little bit moving texture with it. And both of them have it, and I think this is a really cool way to kind of add some liveliness to your builds, and just makes everything kind of look a little bit more spooky or alive. And especially in the nether, I think that is a very cool aspect to have. In my Let's Play, I actually started building with these strip blocks, and I think the blue ones look really good, and I actually haven't really noticed how great these the pink ones are until now. I think these blocks look absolutely amazing, and other than like concrete and stuff, we haven't really had these type of colors in Minecraft yet, so I'm really thankful for that. Let's go down to the concrete and maybe try and find something similar. So right here and here, like these are the only close-ish blocks. Other than Prismarine, which does have a lot going on, we really haven't got this type of color from Minecraft yet, and the only thing that really compares to this block is like some pink concrete there. So I really like these textures. They actually have a texture on them instead of just like this plain concrete stuff, so it does have a little bit more fun to it, and I really like this addition. Some more really great textures that have been added. Although this is a very expensive block in survival, I could see a lot of people using this block right here, the netherite block, in creative, just because it looks like a very strong block. It looks like something you'd use in a castle, as well as it is a very dark gray, and we haven't really gotten very many colors like this. I feel like they've kind of creeped out of the color range that Minecraft normally has, and they've kind of gone for some colors that we haven't had yet, so I'm super thankful for that. One block that I think a lot of people are going to start using is this like soul sand block, because I believe if you had some like texture in the floor, if you're a very high-end Minecrafter in creative or even in survival and you're building textures on the floor, if you kind of mix-matched a bunch of textures, I think this right here in like a horse stable or something would look super good, just because it does look like just some trampled dirt, and it does have a very nice smooth texture to it, which looks pretty much like dirt or, you know, manure or something. So I think that is going to be a very useful block here in the future. Another really great one is the shroom light. So this is basically like the competitor to glowstone. That is a very great thing that they need to start adding more to Minecraft, having blocks that are kind of like in competition with each other. So if you don't want glowstone, you could always go for shroom lights, and they look similar, not the exact same, but they also function the same. So they're very in competition, kind of back and forth. You could honestly like almost switch them out, and I think that is a very good thing to do. If we just look at these blocks, they look very mystical, and I think we have kind of lacked that mysticality in Minecraft for quite some time, so I'm glad they're starting to add that in. Kind of reminds me a lot of modded Minecraft and some of the really cool blocks and really out there blocks that they've been adding recently. So now let's go ahead and hop into the nether. We're going to start talking about some of the adventure aspects of 1.16. We just spawned into the nether, and we happen to spawn into a warped biome. We need to find a crimson one too, which is just the red variant. But as you guys can see, this just looks so much better than the normal Minecraft. I remember the Minecraft in like 1.15 and older just being kind of dreadful. Like it wasn't something that I was kind of happy to go into and go explore, just because it was all the same. It was all just all netherrack, and it wasn't really cool. The only thing that really changed, like the whole scenery, were nether fortresses. Something I have found is that I think nether fortresses might be a little bit more common now. They seem to spawn a lot more and a lot bigger, so I don't know if they changed that. But that was like the only really adventure type of thing that was in the nether pre 1.16. Now that we have all these biomes, there are a bunch of cool things we can do. We're gonna have to come here if we want some of this warped stuff. Some of this block right here, this is a super cool block too, the warped wart block. But we also have the adventure of finding a red crimson biome, so we can fly around, try and find one of those. Hopefully we don't have to go too far. We have made it to the crimson biome, and our little friend here, the piglin, is what we are going to really be focusing on here. Obviously this is just the red variant of the blue stuff we were in earlier, but this guy right here is super cool. If I was in survival mode, he would attack me, and he's basically relatively hostile unless you have some type of gold armor on, just because that is something they like. If I go ahead in my inventory and grab a piece of gold, we can actually barter with them, which is basically the same thing as kind of trading, except you just don't know what you're really going to get. So if I throw that at him, we are going to get something, and he's going to stare at it, which is pretty cool. Covered that in my last episode, but if we click on him again, we can get a bunch of random stuff from him, which I think is a very cool aspect that they need to start adding more cool aspects like that to Minecraft. I am now in spectator mode, and I'm just kind of looking down below because you guys probably know the addition of netherite is possibly my favorite thing they've actually added. The reason for that being, I am kind of sick and tired of playing the same Minecraft over and over again, where, you know, I get a wood pickaxe, get some stone, get a stone pickaxe, get an iron pickaxe, and then eventually get some diamond, then enchant it. That is like just the staple thing of Minecraft, where you just kind of just do that progression constantly. Now with the addition of netherite and the fact that it is so rare, it kind of adds like a different element and also like a new king of the block type of tool. So now it's really not the same anymore. It's a lot harder, and you can't just whoa. There must be lava or something there. You can't just do the exact same thing anymore. It's going to be kind of a struggle to get something better than diamond for once. Although 1.16 was one of my more favorite Minecraft updates, there are definitely some issues and stuff that I would love to see change. One of those being lava boats. I know everyone's been like hyping that up and talking about it, and after thinking about it for quite some time, I agree. If you don't have elytra, lava boats would be so sick for the nether, being able to travel far distances. Now that we have a real reason to go far distances, whether it's to get to the different biomes or go barter or find more of these nether fortress, whatever it is, because we are going to be exploring the nether more, we're going to need means of exploring. So we're going to need lava boats or something other than elytra to fly around. That is one thing that definitely needs to change. Another thing, the bartering system I covered in my last episode. It is not that great. I think the loot table for it should just be a lot better and make it more of a reason to go barter. If they did make it a lot better and had like chances of diamonds or netherite or something cool like that, they could maybe make the cooldown time for them bartering maybe like longer, because I know you can kind of like barter with them, wait a few seconds, barter again. Maybe make it so that you have to wait like 10 seconds or something, and then that would be kind of like a fair trade-off, and also make it a little bit more of a reason to go do it. That would allow for a lot of farms with a gold farm, and then having like a big trading hall with the piglins. For my last gripe, we are going to be in the warped biome, specifically in the soul sand fields, and we're going to be talking about the crazy amount of gas that spawn here. Like, it is possibly a little bit too much in my opinion, and I think they need to maybe dial back the spawn rates of these guys, because I've been trying to build in these fields because I think this biome is absolutely amazing. I don't really see a reason for there to be so many gas. I know there are some farms you can do with having like the soul fields and wither roses, so that would kind of disrupt that whole like farm aspect, but in my opinion, for survival Minecraft, I think this is a little bit too much. And to be honest, building the farm to be able to farm these guys' gas tiers, which isn't even that valuable, would almost be impossible to build unless you were in like creative or in peaceful mode or something. So I definitely think they should change that. Let's get out of here really quick. Oh, Yeah, let's end it off on a good note like that. The return to sender. That just means I am that good. I am that good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to do a quick little recap of all the things I love about 1.16 and all the things that I don't like and kind of wish were changed. If you guys have different opinions, let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.